What is going on, everybody? This is Howie by 39. Today we're just going to be taking a look at one of my new firearms, doing a little bit of shooting. But before that, we are going to take a second here just to make sure that we get our 4 rules of gun safety out of the way, because those are very important and everybody should know them. Now about those rules. Rule number 1 is always keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to fire. Rule number 2, always treat every firearm like it is loaded. Rule number 3, never point the firearm at anything you aren't willing to destroy. And rule number 4, always know what is beyond your target. Now, let's talk about what we're doing today. If you couldn't see it behind me, this is what we are talking about today. This here is a Mosin Nagant 9159. We're going to do some shooting and talk about it. One thing I do want to say, it is unloaded. Just to get that out of the way. But let's talk about it. This is kind of a cool gun, but also kind of a weird gun, especially in the Mosin Nagant era. It's a lot shorter than most of them, but we'll talk about that here in a second. Again, this here is my Mosin Nagant 9159. We're going to talk about why it's called the 9159, kind of the differences between the 9130 and the 9159. But I hope that you guys enjoy this video. If you've never watched a Mosin Nagant video before, I just want to say thank you for choosing this one to be your first. I also didn't really know much about Mosin Nagants, but I did a little bit of research. I haven't dug too deep into the history of them. I do know a little bit off of them just by the things that I've read and seen, but I'll talk about that here in a little bit. For now, we're just going to focus on the 9159. A cool thing about this gun is that it's basically the same in every other way that every other Mosin Nagant is, except this one is a carbine length gun. The regular Mosin Nagant is more just like a standard rifle. Was used as a sniper rifle a little bit, but this one was cut down in 1959. Nobody really knows why. There are some conspiracies, I guess, if you want to call them, out there. Some people think that Bulgaria was preparing for like a NATO strike, so they had a bunch of these made just in case they had to go to fight. Some people also think that it was just Russia kind of doing their thing, like just kind of changing things up, I guess, and just trying to come up with something new. I personally think that it was probably just because they saw kind of how guns were advancing. It wasn't really a trench warfare fight anymore, because this thing was used back in World War I, where it was straight trench warfare. You don't really need that big of a gun for trench warfare, so I feel like this one would be, or you do need a bigger gun for trench warfare, but we moved out of trench warfare, so you don't need a bigger gun for non-trench warfare, because you can get a lot closer. Don't have to take as long as shots. But who knows? I think it was more just like concealment and maneuverability. Like, that's the reason why they shortened it. But yeah, let me know what your guesses are down in the comments below. Some people say that I think it's pronounced cartouche or something like that, on the stock is kind of what throws it out there to be Bulgarian, but who knows? Another cool thing about this gun, though, is that the front sights actually got milled off. Well, not the whole thing, but from 1,000 up, it's completely milled off. I'll show you that here. So you can see, they're just completely milled. Stops at the 10, or 1,000 meters. The regular Mosin Nagant, I believe, goes up to, it's like 2,000 meters, I think. But yeah, this one was definitely made for a lot shorter range. So yeah, think it's a pretty cool gun. It is numbers matching, which is pretty cool. It's quite a low serial number as well. It's only 700, I believe. Yep, 700. I'm not 100% sure if the wood is all original. Kind of don't think so with the way that these are mismatched up here, but not 100% sure on that. But now let's talk about just the Nagant itself and the cool history that it has to it. Alrighty, now I'm just going to talk about Mosin Nagant and kind of a little bit about their history. Like I said, I'm not very well, I know a little bit about it, but I haven't gone out and studied books and 1,400 different websites trying to figure out all the information on this thing. I just did a few little searches here and there and watched a few videos here and there, but yeah, let's talk about it a little bit. This is one of the most mass-produced firearms ever. There was over 37 million Mosin Nagants made. There's three main variations that you'll usually come across. You got the 9130, the 9159, and then the M44, which is just kind of another variant of the 9130, my bad. Blanked out there for a second. But yeah, so those are the real ones that you're going to come across. The cool thing about this gun is that it really hasn't changed much over the years. It's sadly not in production today, but we don't really need this in production today. They stopped production with this, I believe, in 1973. It said that the Russian military moved it out of their main use around 1963. But from what I read, I believe it said it was 73 when they completely stopped manufacturing them. That's almost 100 years, which is kind of crazy. They pumped a lot of those guns out in less than 100 years. Another cool thing about this is that it's seen almost every Russian war, every main Russian war. There was also some that weren't Russian that I just cannot think of off the top of my head. The three main ones, though, is World War I, the Russian Revolution, and World War II. It was one of their main rifles throughout all of them. I think that is very fascinating. I think that guns with that kind of history are pretty cool. Also, if you saw my last video kind of like this with the Masterpiece arms, you know that I like the gaudy guns too. But this thing is awesome, and I think we're just going to stop talking about it now and go do some shooting. See you at the range. Alrighty, we made it out here to the range. Don't know if you can see it too well, but there is a target right there, and there's one out there. This one here is 100 yards, this one here is 150. We're just gonna stick there. Still might be a little close for this range, or for this caliber, but it'll be all right for today. There's nobody else on the ranges, so we are all safe. One thing I want to say though, before we start shooting, always have hearing and eye protection. I will have that on the whole time while I'm shooting. Not sure how many rounds we'll put through it today, because it does have a little bit of a kick, especially for a little guy like me. But but yeah, we'll just have some fun with it. I do enjoy shooting this thing, so hope you guys enjoy watching it. Let's get to shooting. Sorry about the beeping. There's a tow truck pulling cars in for MSP. Also, don't make fun of me if I struggle a little bit with the bolt. I don't really shoot bolt action guns that often, but I do like this thing, so I will shoot it. I'm just going to start off by going at the 100 yard. I'm just going to start off with one shot here too. This thing does have a 5-round built-in mag, but I'm just going to start off with one, shoot it at the 100, and just kind of get a side view, see what it's like. And then we'll get from behind too, so then you guys can kind of see where I'm shooting at. Also, this ammo, I think I got it for like $15 a bundle. There's 20 in a bundle. But if you're looking for 7.62 by 59, or by 54, then I'd suggest going to MG Kelly's in Middleville if you're in Michigan or around the area. Fairly good prices. But let's shoot. Excuse me. There we go. Alrighty, we did not hit the target there. As you can see at the end, I was struggling with the bolt a little bit. it's just normal for me. Plus, this gun is quite old, so it probably has some issues, but it seems to function fine. I'm gonna put another one down there. Hopefully you guys can see where it hits. I didn't hit the target last time. I was like right up above it, but see what we can do. I think we were just to the left on that one. We're so close. But I'm gonna put like 3 in there, I think, or 2 maybe. Probably just 2 because I'm a small guy. But we're gonna shoot at that at the 100-yard, then we're gonna shoot at the 150. I know you can't really see it from here. I kind of like that side angle better, so we're probably just gonna switch back to that. But let's shoot. Alrighty, we got our 2 in there. Let's give her a rip. Come on. Come on. This thing is a blast to shoot, but it's starting to get annoying. I'm so close every time. The first shot went just to the, I think it was either right or just high, maybe high right. And then the second one was just right under it at 150 yards. So I'm gonna load up a couple more and go for it again because I'm too close to quit now. Smooth like butter. Bing. That first one was way up there. It still hit the berm, but it was high. And then the second one was pretty close again, but we didn't hit. So I'm just gonna put 5 in there. I haven't run 5 through it yet, I don't think. Maybe I did with my dad. I don't remember 100%. But I'm gonna put 5 in there and just aim at 100. Hopefully we can get one hit before the video ends. made it back here for the closing. My phone died out at the range there. We didn't end up hitting nothing, but make sure that you hit the like and subscribe videos to watch when we go out there the next time with the Nagant, see what we're shooting next time. And make sure you hit the like and subscribe videos to see what videos we got next. If you like the merch that I was wearing, I'm not wearing it now, but you can hit the link in the description and check it out there. Sorry about the late upload, but we'll be back on schedule this week. Thank you.